Hello, I'm Ernie Manous, and we are here with our first of Ernie Live, coming to you from the wonderful Artista restaurant at the Hobby Center, where An American in Paris just finished. This is the opening night party, and we've got one of the cast here with us this evening.
Yes.
Introduce yourself to our audience.
Hi, I'm Gaten Scott, and I play Madame Borel in American in Paris.
And I have to say, when we were going to come sit down with us,
Yes.
my friend Walt, who's here with us,
Yes.
both said, "Oh, she's our favorite. We're so happy she's going to be
Oh my
here."
God, you're so delightful. Thank you so much. And I said to the young lady, to Laura, who said, "Oh, would you come over? There's a PBS table." I am a huge PBS fan and watcher. Every city I go to, I always watch the PBS channel. And I'm a New Yorker, so I watch 13 and 21 in New York.
And here she watches 8. So remember, TV8 here in Houston.
Yes.
So, you know what? Because you're in the arts, you've made it your career.
Yes.
Public television is so important
Oh
in
my
sharing the
God,
arts
yes.
across the country.
Yes.
Why do you think that's important? Why do we have to preserve it?
Oh my God, you who else would have programs like Frontline? Who else, which is not an arts program, but a really important news program in the world that we live in, real news. Frontline, who would show things like Sherlock, which I love, watched all of them, watching Victoria now on my computer on Mondays, on my day off. I watch it on Mondays on my computer. I mean, who would show things like Great Performances, which I'm trying to think of the year, but I was in the Women at the Roundabout Theater.
Really?
And Great Performances came and shot it. And it was, who would do things like last night I watched the New York City Ballet on my computer on PBS.
So what inspired
show
you
these?
to become a performer?
Well, my father was an actor, so I kind of grew up in and around the theater, and it seemed normal to me.
That was life.
Yes, it seemed normal to me. And, my father was a great inspiration to me. So I always knew I would be on the stage in some way.
Yeah.
And I guess I just followed that,
Talking about following, being on the road.
Yes.
Hard life, easy life. Do you like it?
Yes and yes. Yes to all. Check all those boxes. It's hard. It's also easy because you are kind of living a strange and parallel life in that your life at home is kind of separated from you and that's strange. It's wonderful in that you get to see all kinds of cities that maybe you would not have seen. I actually worked in Houston last year at Tuts, right here at your Tuts, in the production of Oliver.
Oh, I saw that.
I played Mrs. Sowerberry with your wonderful local equity actor, Dylan Godwin, who played my husband, who I adore, and who came the first night here. We were here. So, you get to see places that maybe you wouldn't see otherwise. So that's wonderful. And I love to travel, but it's also you have to keep yourself, healthy and put together.
Yeah, and I would think that's hard on the road.
It can be tricky. You have your kind of kit of things, your vitamins, your emergency, your fish oil. You do your thing, and you have to know what you can and what you can't do. And this company of dancers that you're seeing, these exquisitely stunning young folks who are the body, who are, as I say to them every night, without you there is no show. These dancers, they're amazing because in every city they take class.
Oh, because they're ballet based. Right, they're
amazing.
training.
They're
the
so
discipline.
dedicated.
We, I think, have one of those dancers ready to come join us at the party.
Excellent Christopher Howard.
Come join us, Christopher.
Come on, Christopher. And Chris is our dance captain.
Christopher, welcome.
Hi, of course. Thank
you.
you.
They get to share.
Great. Hi.
Hello, Christopher.
Hi.
So we rushed you in here. Didn't even have time to finish buttoning your shirt,
That's
did you?
okay. Well, I usually leave it this way.
This is his look.
This is my look,
We were just talking about how to stay fit on the road, and in a show like this, it is unforgiving. This is a very heavy dance show.
Yes.
For people who are coming thinking it's a musical, it is, but intensely
Yes, but-
dance-based.
Yes, correct.
Yes, without these folks, this show doesn't happen.
Yeah.
without these people.
So
right
tell me a
here.
little about the challenge of it. When we think of ballet, most of the times when people are in a ballet, it's you're on one night, off a night, or on once during a weekend.
Correct, yeah.
You guys are doing the full line of dance. How do you guys stay fit? And
Yes,
ready?
well, we do. We do 8 shows a week, every single week. That's a typical Broadway schedule. With this show, we're very lucky. We have 10 swings in the cast. Swings are like the universal ensemble understudies.
Yeah.
So they kind of fill in the gaps. When people are out sick, they're injured, they're on vacation. Yeah, I'm one of the swings. There are 10 of us, and 5 women and 5 men. And we're required to know 5, 6, 7 different ensemble tracks and be able to go in for them at any time.
And I was watching that last night when I was at a preview of the show and thought to myself, what happens when someone has fun? Last night we
Yes.
had someone filling in.
Yes, yeah.
And I thought to myself, because it's not just did they sing the part, do they know where to stand?
Right.
There are complicated, intricate dances
Yes,
for each of
the,
these.
the choreography, the set moves, the lines, the vocal harmonies, we have to know all of it for each individual person.
And remember, too, I'm going to talk about, these guys because they're so astounding. They are not only, as Christopher said, know 5 and 6 different tracks. So that means 5 or 6 different harmonic lines, possibly, dance steps. But they also all, as you saw tonight so beautifully, all of our furniture in the show dances. Meaning that all of these brilliant people are moving those panels, doing their chaîné turns with chairs over their heads. I mean,
So then literally you are also the furniture. You're
Yes,
everything
yes,
in this
yeah.
show.
everything. They do. It's incredible, and it's so beautiful.
Speaking of the beauty, there is something so spectacular about the design of this show.
Mm-hmm.
The way, even with the projections, it's as though flats are moving in. It was
Yes.
so well thought out and comes alive so beautifully. Either of you, your thoughts on it when you first saw the design or first were exposed to this show?
Well, I think one of the really interesting things that our director choreographer Christopher Wheeldon, I think the reason he wanted to put in the dancers into the set and the set with the dancers is that the way he sees set moves and set changes is that they dance as well. Like we see dancing in everyday life, we just don't realize it. And I think he wanted to incorporate that aspect instead of just having the set move, either crew moves it or it's very simple. He wanted to make the set dance along with the dancers and to help tell the story. And I think that's really important to the storytelling aspect of any kind of music theater
Yes.
dance. Like we dance because we can, and we can kick and turn and do impressive things, but the real point of dancing in a musical is to tell the story. So not only are we using the choreography to help further the plot and further our story, but we're integrating that also with the set and the set moves and moving from location to location and trying to incorporate every single aspect into one real storytelling.
Well, before I let you guys get back to actually enjoy the party, you do bring up the story a little different than the movie. The storyline,
Yes.
little what can you tell us about the changes, the shifting of it a little bit? Why do you think it works, and why was it done?
First of all, our book writer is the sublime Craig Lucas, who gave you the man who gave you Prelude to a Kiss, who gave you Reckless, who gave you Blue Window. That's our Craig Lucas, and I don't know how they came to what they came to, but Chris always said it's kind of an addendum, a continuation of the movie, because we deal with what was some things that were the reality of the Second World War, which the movie I don't think quite deals with. And that is, really what happened in France. You see the beginning of the movie where France is being liberated, and you see that sequence of, the Vichy, the collaborator, that's in the opening ballet. And even my storyline that the Borels are harboring a Jewish girl in their home, which was the reality of what was going on in the Second World War. And I think Craig does it so beautifully, and Christopher, the whole show, is.
Well, thank you guys both for taking
Of
time from the
course.
party to come and sit down with us
my God.
on
Thank
our
you.
premiere episode of this.
So
Perfect.
welcome.
Lucky us.
Lucky,
Yes. Huge PBS fan, right here. Love it.
I always keep forgetting I have to put a mic there for you to speak so they can hear you out there. Thank you guys so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you so
This
much.
was our first of hopefully an ongoing series. I hear we're going to be back with Dreamgirls, so tune in to our Facebook page on April 6th and you'll be able to around 10:30 or so in the evening, and we'll be here doing it again right from our corner booth. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, stay tuned to TV8. I'm Ernie Manus. I'll see you over on the TV too. Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you guys
You're
so much.
so
Thank you.
welcome. Oh my
Thanks for having us.
God,
Thank
so
you.
easy.